No man's land. 702, what it do? Coming for you. The big homie. I believe last time we left off, I was talking about NNCC, a few things that occurred there. Uh, Before I leave, let me give you a little bit more clarity as to, like NNCC, when we was, at our heydays. I mean, I can go on and on about the things we did up there, but like I say, I don't want to make this, too long. I'm talk about my story and I'm gonna move on, because it was episodes like, I'm gonna get to when I'm gonna talk about when, you know, my homeboys played a trick on me. They put crank in my coffee and had me out there spinning, and I got each and every last one of them back. See, stories like that, I'm gonna go back over, and because it was some, I was up there with some, good people. I was up there at NNCC when we was real strong. It was people like Tony Polk, Couchhead, Trip Mac, Lil Bread, Gangsta Rob, other Big Rob, Big Al, Black, J Wax,
I'm recruiting.
uh, Terry Malone, Shy Swag, Lil Stretch, Mel Dog. It was so many, G's up there that it wasn't funny. It was a lot of us up there. Uh, Loke Dog, Loke D. It was so many homies up there. Gus came up there. You know what I mean? Even Michael Morrison was up there, and I'm not getting into that. But it was a lot of us on that yard, and we had a lot of good times. We had a bond. We was strong. And it was a lot of things that went on, and I'm gonna go over that when I come back over it. But they ended up sending a lot of us to different institutions. Like Trip Mac then went to Ely. They some black over there at NSP, and unfortunate for him, the Cali boys was, they was trying to keep us separated. And the ones that we ran off NNCC yard went over there to NSP. So they some black over there to NSP, and just like Seaweed, them Cali boys got at him. They bust his head with one of them toilet brushes, them thick wood toilet brushes, cause he came back, and I was in the hole, and I was wondering, cause when it was shower time, why you gonna come into the shower with a beanie on? Like, why you got a beanie coming to the shower? And he was like, man, oh, you ain't heard? I said, heard what? And he took that beanie off. They busted. Hey, you know how them footballs look? When they got the, how they got the knit in the front of the football, the white knit. He had the, he was stitched up like a football right here on the side. He bust his head wide open on her. It ain't funny, but hey, it's prison. But anyway, you know, uh, they ended up sending us down to Indian Springs, me, J Wack, Lil Boo, and some more people, right? Now, now, when we get down to Indian Springs, it's like we didn't run down to Northtown. Oh my God, it's like going in a whole nother dimension. I didn't went from where we were strong at to where we wasn't so strong at. It wasn't that many G's when I went down there, man. It wasn't. You had a little Greedy. You didn't know if Greedy was a Gershon or a GQ because he said he a Gershon, but he hung out with Lot Eye and Lonzo Woods them so much, you'd have thought he was a GQ, and he got GQ on his arm, but he claimed Gershon. That's crazy. But it was people like Cal Folks, Stacy McLemore, June Brooks, Lucky, P Baby, Lonzo Woods, Lace Dog, Lil Wash, uh, Queet, Bo Dollar, uh, uh, Snap. Uh, man, it was so many Northtown dudes down there, man. It wasn't even funny, man. And You know, Stacy McLemore, even though he wasn't really no gang member like that, he always considered himself a pimp. You know, a player type dude was in the women, you know, but he had hands, you know. But Stacy ran that car. Stacy ran that car. Listen here, you had people like Incredible Blue, Lonzo Woods, Big Dude, Reputable, all that. You know what I'm saying? Lump, Reputable, Donna, all that. Top Shelf, you know what I'm saying? These dudes grade A names. Thoroughbreds, P Baby, Paul Dix, Original GQ, Stacy McLemore ran that Northtown car. I don't care what, no, ask anybody. What he said went. Because when I came down there, it was tension. And they was plotting on getting me. And, you know, Stacy, my daddy used to go with Michelle, his sister, before he went with my mama. My daddy gave Stacy them hand game. My daddy taught Stacy how to fight. Stacy, me and him talked. He said, come here, little sheepdog. Let me talk, let me holler at you, man. He said, man, what happened that night, man? That, you know, with you and with an old boy, man, from Donner Street, man. So we chopped it up, and he, you know, he told me, he said, you know, basically, you know, he gave my father his props first and foremost, and told me that, you know, my daddy taught him how to fight, and that, you know, he can't allow nothing to happen to me. And, you know, I started realizing that, you know, because of my father, that, damn, his influence even is in prison, because I don't know what they had planned for me, and they had the numbers to do it. But whatever it was, he said no. He said no. And he showed that he wasn't nothing to play with when he knocked P-Baby out. Did nobody had nothing to say when Stacy McLemore knocked out P-Baby. You know, and I don't even think he punched P-Baby. I think he just slapped him so hard he knocked him out. For real. And that's how Stacy McLemore ended up leaving the yard. Now let me get this out the way. It need to be said, cause dudes out here portraying frauds, man. And if I come and this is my life, Stacy McLemore got into it with a Cali boy over the showers in Indian Springs. Okay, this the same dude that stopped his homeboys or the North from getting me. And he told me he did. And he told them dudes that they not finna do nothing. That they go kill that shit. And, you know, motherfuckers around here ain't on nothing. And we go chill and we go be on some player shit. That's what he said. He said, ain't nobody go do nothing to nobody. And did nobody do nothing to nobody. I raised my right hand to God. He said, wasn't nothing for and did nothing happen to me. But he got into it with a cat from California over the shower, right? Now, Stacy McLemore ended up slapping the shit out the dude in the shower. Some little short, stocky, buff dude. I think, I forget, he a little crib dude. Little short, stocky, buff dude from California. Him and Stacy get into it over the shower. He was in the shower, but Stacy had his robe and all this stuff up on the hanger. And dude just got in there anyway. So when Stacy came in there, he said, didn't you see my stuff right here? Old boy was like, man, I was just finna dip in and dip out. I just got through playing basketball. Stacy was like, nigga, you see my stuff right here though, right? And Stacy, bow! James Allen is 2 showers down. When Stacy slapped that boy, you hurry up and got out the shower. The next thing, Stacy ended up getting locked up and going to Ely. And when Stacy came down to go home, he was in the car with Miss Arms. Everybody Miss Arms, the one PB Goo ended up knocking. The CO, tall, light-skinned broad, used to wear the dookie braids. But he was in a little cart with her, and she was taking him to Unit 8 because he got kicked off the yard. And when he was going through Unit 8, he screamed, the BITCH at Nick James Allen told on me and got me sent to eat. He screamed that. He said, but I'm finna get out though and go bust a beat. That's what he said. Those were the last words I ever heard Stacy say. So whoever he slapped, he said James seen, and James went and he told him, that's my right hand, that's my dead daddy. Those the last words I ever heard Stacy McLemore said. Stacy got out and got killed. Swear to God. But moving along. Yeah, he didn't allow them to do nothing to me. But like I said, it was only a matter of time. It was tension. It was dudes on that yard that I had issues with, like Snap from NTG. You know, not only was I tripping with the Donnas, but I was tripping with him too because of an incident that took place in the trailer courts. You know, basically, he was introduced to me by a Donna Street dude named Roy Boy. And me, Rizon, because Rizon stayed in the big trailer courts, we all went to get our tattoos over there from this white boy named Bones. He the one did the tattoos on my chest. My first tattoos. When I was 13, this white boy, we used to all get our tattoos from. But anyway, when I meet Snap, I didn't know he was a Northtown gangster. I knew that he was with Roy Boy. You know, I figured he was cool. So he had this pistol. And he kept playing with it. And I was like, what you got there? He said, oh, it's a 380. I said, 380, huh? I said, that's nice. I said, let me see. He looked at Roy Boy. Roy Boy was like, that's the homie CP, cool. I said, where you from? He said, Northtown Gangster Crip. Oh, and the way he said it with so much assurity, you know, I was like, oh yeah, okay, right. I said, let me see that. So he paused for a second. He was kind of skeptical, but then he gave it to me. And when he gave it to me, I was looking at it. I said, you say you from Northtown Gangster Crip, huh? He said, yeah. I said, I'm from Herbert Gershon, homie. He was like, that's right, I'm cool with some Gershons. I said, but you ain't cool with me. And I drew down on him. And I tried to pop him, and it wouldn't go off, and I jacked it off. I clicked it, and he took off running. And I was on him. Pow, 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 with his own gun. And he ran into a dude named Fats, light-skinned Fats. He ran into his house. And I stopped just at the door of shooting him because he was running in the doorway. But he wanted to get back from when I took his gun and blew on him. So when I get down there, it's already tension. But when Stacy squashed it, he only could squash it till he left. When he left, animosity started to pick back up. They had these football games they used to play on the yard, right? And we used to play flag football. I told y'all, we used to play dirty though, hitting the back, you know what I mean? And Lil Boo, I told y'all when he hit that NNCC, I wanted to get him. The homies was like, he's nobody to get, but I wanted to get that dude. And I should have got him. I should have. No, this back then. Not now, this back then. I should have got him. Because when we get down here, on this particular day, I'm going to get right to the game. Okay? On this particular day, the whatever football game they had going on, it was a lot of Northtown dudes on this team. And Poon, one of my homeboys, decided to play on whoever team he was on. I didn't get into that. You know, I was too busy walking around with knives because I thought, you know, at any moment, it was just too many Northtown dudes, man. And it was too relaxed, and I just felt, you know, at any moment something can jump. So I stayed ready. Plus, I stayed down the hallway with Dada and Lace Dog. So when I went to the shower, I had my thing. When I was on the chair, I had my thing. You know, so I kept it. I had to. It was too many Northtown dudes. And, you know, and I'm going to be quite frank with you. My homeboys was getting along with them a little bit too much for me to feel comfortable. They was just getting along a little bit too much. And I wasn't used to that. Up north, we was anti everything that was blue. But down here, they a little bit too, you know, Jodeci like. You know what I'm saying? I can't leave you alone. You got me feeling ass nigga. That's what they was out there, you know, on. You know, and I couldn't just deal with that. You know what I mean? So I stayed with my banger. You know what I mean? So at this football game, I guess Baby Huey from GQ and Poon get into it because they was playing dirty, blocking in the back. So Poon get in his feelings. He sit off to the side. He don't want to play no more. He want to fight. He want to get down with Baby Huey. He know he too big for Baby Huey. And plus the North ain't gonna allow it. So I go over there, I ask Poon what's happening. He said, I'm gonna knock this nigga out when the game over with. Excuse my French. But he said, I'm gonna knock this out when it's over with, right? I'm like, who? He said this Baby Huey, right? So while he doing this, I'm like, man, they go kill us. It's too many. You know what you mean? You gonna knock him out? It ain't. You think it just go like that? I'm like, I'm not feeling how he just relaxed and think that he just finna beat this boy up, and there's 1,000 Northtown dudes on his yard. And it's like, about, it's barely 30 of us, and only probably 12 of us that's gonna do something. And we all young, man. These dudes is seasoned. They've been coming to the joint since the 70s and 80s. They know how to use knives. I didn't been stabbed with them. I know how knives feel. But the people that's gonna stand up for what we believe in, we kids, man. And you want us to go up against this army because you and your feelings? I'm like, nah. If you gonna take off, we gotta do it now. We can't let them group up and then you talking about getting a fair when they go smash us, man. So look, he's sitting there like a big ass baby with his lip poked out. I'm like, dude. And if it wasn't because I was enough for killing one of them, it would have been a whole nother situation. But I know by me being enough for killing one of them, they go get me first. They already wanted to get me. They don't want to get him. They ain't thinking about him. He's sitting over there like a big, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Lonzo, Incredible Blue, say, check this out, Poon. Ain't nobody over here tripping with you. And he was like, man, I don't want to talk. He said, well, nigga, don't talk then. He was like, you can see me at the game. He said, well, nigga, you can see me right now. And so they got to going back and forth. And Coach Willis came over there and they started out. Now, Lil Boo, this is why I said I should have got him. He over there on the wall standing up, screaming, I'm from Northtown. Fuck your side. Excuse my French. I'm from Northtown. F your side. Now, anybody from Vegas know that if you from the north, you claim Northtown. You don't say North Side. You say Northtown. Okay? That's why you have not North Side gangsters, but Northtown gangsters. See, they claim Northtown. The only people that claim something with a side in it is the West. We West Side. The North don't say North Side. They say Northtown. We say West Side. So if a person say Northtown, F your side, they really saying F West Side. And that's what he was disrespecting because he knew that we had a bond with the Bloods up in NCC. He was really dissing them. So he's screaming this little bitty worm ass dude. I can't stand him to this day, even though I don't participate. Martrell, you know I don't like you. You know what you was. We're gonna leave that alone. But anyway, so I tell Mad Bummer and KCN, I say, check this out, because KCN had the knives in his room. We huddle up over there by the phones. I tell him, I say, hey, go get them things, man. And we go take off on the north before this game over with. We can't let them group up, go get us. Coming from NCC and being through what I've been through, I was already, I knew the formalities of terror tactics when it came to penitentiary politics. So I knew how to get down before I get done. So I'm trying to teach these cats, we got to take flight first, or they go crush us. So I tell KC to go get the bangers. They in Unit 4. He walk his scary ass down there. He immediately come back like he never left. I'm like, damn. He like, scratching his head. It's 1,000 dudes, 1,000 Northtown dudes down there. I can't get in the unit. What you mean you can't get in the unit? Like they blocking the door or something? So we go down there with them. When we get down there, I'm like, what are these 1,000 Northtown dudes at? It's one dude. It's Daoud. It's Daoud from Donna. And he say, man, you go get sheepdog and man, mama. I called you out. I look at KC and like, what are you talking about? I thought you said it was 1,000 Northtown dudes. KC ain't gonna point at him and say, he tripping. I'm like, what you mean he tripping? And he was like, KC, you're a TCH, you're a bitch. Right? He kept calling him the B word. And I guess Man Bomber, being KC and cousin, got tired of hearing him call his cousin the B. And Man Bomber was like, nigga, my cousin ain't no boo. And so Daoud and Man Bomber started having words. And Daoud flinched at Man Bomber, like, nigga, I'll knock you out. You know what I'm saying? And when he did that, he shouldn't have did that. When he did that, we commenced the beating him. We passed him around. Man Bomber fired on him. I fired on him. We started whooping him. Bing, bing, bing. We beating the brakes off Daoud down there. Whooped him out his shoe. And I don't know what J-Wack come from, but all of a sudden, because J-Wack down there 6'6", and J-Wack is a youngster. He was J-Wack about 6'6". J-Wack came out of nowhere and grabbed Daoud out the crowd that he was getting whooped in, and he had this coffee cup. We all drunk these 32-ounce cups of coffee up there. He had this coffee cup. He pulled him out the crowd and was hitting him on the top of your head with the cup. You heard it, bing, bing. He was going around in a circle, just hitting him in the head with a cup, bing, bing. I didn't picked up what I thought was a rock, but it was actually a cactus. I swear to God, they had a patch of cactus and rocks and stuff like that yard labor used to keep, groomed over there. I tried to pick up a rock, but I picked up a cactus, man. And that thing stuck in my goddamn hand, and I didn't care. I still slapped Daoud with it. And it stuck in his face, on the side of his face. I slapped the shit out of Daoud with that cactus. Bow! And so the tower started blowing. Bloom, 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 bloom. I mean, that gauge was singing. I ran up over there by the Cubans that was in the back of Unit 4. They always played dominoes either in the back of Unit 4 or in the gym down there by the pit stalls. The Cubans. I ran over there where they was and laid down. Some of them as black as me, so I can blend in with them. So I went over there and laid down with them. They get Mad Bummer, K-Sin, and Daoud. They dirty. They look like they been fighting. Daoud got a cactus sticking out his head. Queet running over there. He basically told on everybody because he running over there screaming, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. So the police going where he going. So they went right in that area and snatched him up. And the thing about that, Queet from ABM, we spared him at Sdcc. But when they got down there amongst his homeboys, he got tough. Just like Lil Boo. But the damage was done. Daoud got handled, right? I got away. So now they finna lock the yard down. The football game over with. They don't even know what really happened. They like, what's going on? So when they started letting us get up off the ground, I already knew I'm finna get got. I didn't get my banger, K-Sin just got caught, Mad Bomber gone. Me and J-White, the only one got away. So when we leave, we hooked up with Bam, I think it was Deseret, and some more homies. Jinx, and all them. I tell them off the top, Short Dog. I say, hey, look, man, watch my back. Because y'all know these dudes is finna get me. I knew it. I went up to G-Boy. I told G-Boy, hey, you got a knife, man? He go tell me, yeah, hold on, let me take my laundry to my laundry man right fast. He in Unit 2. G-Boy, you live in Unit 4, but you running to Unit 2 to take your laundry. I need this thing right now, man. They locking the yard down. But that's how your homeboys do. You see, this is the stuff I'm learning. You expect me to sit here and wait for you to come back? The yard moving. The Donnas and all at the north is gathering up. They finding out Daoud just got whooped. So when we start walking up the hill, I stay in Unit 6. I got a long way to go, man. They making a school. They clearing everything out. So it's so many people moving around. So me and my homeboys is walking up the hill. I'm just waiting for a pack of Donnas or North or whatever to confront us. We trying to blend in with the school, trying to hide from the police and all that, man. So once we get down there halfway to my unit, we buy Unit 8. Now, I believe in magic. I do. I believe in magic because I actually seen it. I started off walking up that hill with 5 people, right? When I got to Unit 8 and I looked around, I was by myself. I don't know where the hell my other homeboys went. And still to this day, I don't know how they got, because listen, I was watching everything around me. I did not see them dudes disappear like that. I know magic is real because these cats disappeared right in front of my goddamn face. And I'm walking up toward Unit 6, and in front of the door, I swear to God, it was about 30 Northtown dudes, man. It was about 30 of them like they was waiting on me. And I'm wondering where these 5 dudes went. If I could have did what they did and disappeared, I would have right there on the spot because I didn't want to walk through that crowd. I wanted to learn the magic that they knew. I wanted to learn how to be a sorcerer and get on whatever the flying carpet they found and get out of there and get out of there. But no, reality of the situation is I had to walk through that crowd because I couldn't be no punk in prison. That's the last thing you better. And me, I couldn't. So I walked through that crowd, man. And to my astonishment, did nan one of them dudes put a hand on me. I walked in the unit doing like a full circle, expecting to get bombed on at any time. When I made it in the unit, I say, these dudes are some bitches, right? But they already knew the move. I'm thinking I'm Tony Montana. Yeah, you don't want to mess with me, man. Yeah, I'm in the unit popping my collar like, yeah, I wish they would mess with me. Boy, I'm a gangster, fool. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. That's what I'm saying as I'm walking down the hallway. Because I walk through all these dudes like they ain't touching me. But little did I know that was the plan. So I'm mobbing down the hallway with a limp like I'm Rocket off Colors. I'm walking down the hallway like I'm cold. We done just whooped Dahu. I done just walked through his homie. You can't call me. Boy, fool, I'm the coldest gangster in Nevada, fool. So I'm walking down the hallway, right? Man, they locking us down, so they blinking the lights and they slamming the gates. I'm down B-wing. I'm walking to get my door, right? And as I'm walking to get my door, I stay like 4 doors away from the gate. So I get what exactly number that is, but I was walking to get my door, and they clicking the door. The door's going clack, 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 clack. That means lock it down and lock it down now. I'm walking down the hallway. I hear these footsteps running up behind me. But I'm thinking, it's somebody trying to catch their door. I'm not thinking, watch your back or nothing. I done just walked through a bunch of cribs. You can't tell me nothing. I got an S on my chest and it's poking out. So I'm mobbing down the hallway. I hear somebody running up behind me. And right as I get to my door and grab the knob, I turn. And when I turn, I get hit. Bam! Hella hard. And it's in the back of my ear. And I'm like, what the fuck? And when he hit me, it's like my head hit the door. Boom, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was Lace Dog. And when he hit me, I did like this. And I seen I was like, the more I did this, the more blood was coming on my hand. And I'm like, oh, man. I'm start backing up. And he was like, he ran in a room down the hallway. And he was like, I got him. And Dada, I didn't even know Dada was down a wing. He come out the room with something as long as my arm, man. And he said, yeah. He called me anyway. He said, yeah, you just got stabbed. And I'm like, and I can feel it. I'm like, oh, they got me. Now it's really coming down. So they coming toward me, and I'm bagging up. And I'm like, oh, y'all gonna get me like that, right? And it's the second. I'm not even healed from this one. I'm not even healed from this, man. I still got stitches in my eyeball. I just got stabbed in the head. I'm walking back. It's a white boy right there. He got his doorknob. He won't move, and these dudes is coming toward me. So as they got too close, I grabbed the white boy and threw him in front of them. And listen, the gate, I don't know how I got out this gate. That's why I believe in magic. Because this gate was shut so closed, I don't know how I slid through there. Because couldn't no human get through that goddamn gate. I don't care if it was smoking meth, crack, both of them together. Couldn't no human get through that goddamn gate. I got through that gate. I got through that. I did. And when I was running outside, I forgot about those Crips I so passionately walked by. I forgot about them because I just got stabbed. So when I ran outside, I ran back in the midst to them. See, they all knew. It was up their sleeve. They all knew that I was going to get stabbed by this person. That was a part of their game. So when I ran outside, and I'm leaking so bad, I'm taking my shirt off now. And when I'm taking my shirt off, somebody's still on me. Bang! I didn't even get my shirt all the way off before they stole on me. So when I take my shirt off, mind you, I got this like a therapeutic like steel eye patch that they had me wearing. And when they stole on me and I took my shirt off, the eye patch was way over here on this side of my face. I'm leaking bad. There's blood everywhere. When I took my shirt off, I staggered like I was failing a sobriety test, and I said, which one of y'all, and I ain't gonna lie, I said, which one of y'all crab ass niggas hit me? Right? Because I ain't know who hit me. My patch was over here, my feelings was over there. You know what I'm saying? I was out of breath. I just ran out of there, got out of the gate. I don't know how I did it. And I just got stolen by I don't know who. So I was having a horrible, horrible day. And I just needed, I just needed I just needed Jesus at that moment, you know, for real. But I needed Jesus. I needed somebody to I needed a preacher to put his hands on my head at that very moment and tell me, it's gonna be all right, son. Because my whole world was messed up. I ain't know who hit me, man. And one of the homeboys that I walked over with, Capone, thank God, he an angel. He came back out of nowhere, and the person that stole on me, he seen it, but he came back running, and I tip my hat to him. Out of all that, he stood tall through it all. I don't know where you went, but I'm just glad you came back, cause I was going through it out there. I was at my lowest moment, emotionally, physically. My self-esteem was null and void. I didn't want to be no gangster right then no more. I wanted to go home to my mama. I'm being so 100. But back to reality. It was Snap, the one I took the gun from. He stole on me while I was taking my shirt off. And when Capone hit him, we got on him. And the Crips that was up there, because when I walked out and when I ran out and they stole on me, the tower that was like in the midfield over there started shooting, you know, and they started busting from the gym. So everybody was laid down again, you know, but I was in my feelings. I was being hit and I wouldn't lay down. I got mad because this just happened to me. So I ran and caught Snap. Me and Snap started fighting while they was shooting, and I slammed Snap ass to hell. He a real one, he admit. I slammed him to hell, and Miss Sexton and Wayne Dyer tried to mace me, and I was running around, and they was, lay down, sheep, lay down. I wouldn't lay down. And Pierre from GQ was like, hey, bro, lay down. He was a op, you know, what they call an op or enemy, but he didn't want to see me get killed. And he was like, lay down. You know, I was bloody, and you know, after a while, I laid down. But you know, after it's all said and done, I'm going to tell you something. Out of everybody in that incident, we all got locked up. Snap was going home. We was in the infirmary mugging each other. When they came and asked what happened, I told them I attacked him because he was going home. I wouldn't tell who stabbed me. Lace Dog got out the hole. And they was so mad I wouldn't tell who stabbed me that they gave me 18 months in the hole. And I got stabbed. My homeboys all got out the hole. The Donnas, it was so many of them, the North, that they just separated them anyway. They just started sending them off the yard. But they were so mad at me. And I had to watch all them dudes get out the hole because I wouldn't cooperate. And then I ended up with 18 months and stabbed up again. And I ain't been in prison 2.5 years yet. And I done already been stabbed up. I done already had 5 years in the hole and got a time cut from a warden. And now I just got stabbed again and got 18 months in the hole. And once again, when I was in the infirmary, when I looked over at the other bed, just like when I looked over at the other bed at NNCC when I got stabbed, there was nobody laying next to me. Just me. No homie. None of that. Just me. But I'm the one that's always trying to get out there. I told them to make the move first, you know, and it came back on me. Not them. Me. When I come back, things start to change. I get out the hole But while in the hole, I became a complete different person. You can consider this part of a chapter, the making of a real monster. Until then, from the ground up.